Lightning Thief by Rick. Lightning Thief by Rick. I cannot pronounce his surname, so let's just keep it at that. Namo Namaha friends, I am RRK. Welcome back to my channel where I talk about all things bookish. Today we will be talking about my April TBR. That is, the books that I'm planning to or hoping to read in April. March was a very busy month for me. With kids' exams, my hands were quite full, so I will be carrying over quite a few books from March into the April TBR. Also, April is the month of beginnings. It is the beginning of the financial year in many parts of the world. Along with that, April 14th is the new year for us in this part of the country. We call it as Vishu, and generally we celebrate it by wearing new clothes, visiting family, eating scrumptious food, seeking blessings from gods and elders. But this time of the year, just as last year, we are all facing the after effects of COVID, and so I think it will be a very muted celebration this year as well. So in order to honor the tradition of new beginnings, I thought why not create a TBR that will signify new beginnings, something that will honor my tradition as well as something that will keep me positive, because I tend to reach for books whenever I'm feeling a bit low. During the festival season, it is supposed to be a very social event, but this time it's not to be. So I will be falling back on the only way of comfort that I know, that is reading books. So what I decided is, let me start a TBR called the New Beginnings Challenge. So from April 14th to April 30th, I will be running a challenge where we will be reading books that symbolify or that signify some sort of a new beginning. So in honor of Vishu, I will be reading books that fit the theme of new beginnings. It could be the first book in a series, a debut author, a new author for me, a book that talks about the start of a career, the beginning of a new phase in life, maybe in a college, maybe a marriage, maybe starting a company. Anything that symbolizes birth or growth can be part of my TBR. I have created a challenge to track my TBR that fits the theme of new beginnings in storygraph. So if you would like, you can join this challenge there with me. I have given the storygraph link in the description box down below, so please do check that out. I have created two other challenges for myself this year. One is the 21 books in 2021 challenge and the priority series quarterly challenge, wherein I will read books in a particular series within one single quarter. So my goal is to finish at least 4 trilogies end of this year. In the first quarter, that is January, February, March, I was trying to read Winnowing Flame series by Jen Williams, and this quarter I will be starting the Broken Earth trilogy by N.K. Jemisin. So if you would like to participate in those challenges, then I have given those links as well in the description box below. Feel free to click on those links and participate in those challenges. Yeah, okay, so now let's continue with the TBR. So the first book I want to get to is The Lightning Thief by Rick. I cannot pronounce the surname, so please excuse me. I technically started it in March itself and I have completed it as of yesterday. This fits the first book in the series prompt as well as a new author for me prompt. So I will be using this book for my April TBR and for the New Beginnings Challenge as well. The second book that I want to complete is the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin. As you guys know, I am doing the priority series quarterly challenge where I will be completing a trilogy every quarter. So last quarter, that is January, February, March, I wanted to finish the Winnowing Flame trilogy by Jen Williams, and this quarter in April I will be starting with the Broken Earth trilogy by N.K. Jemisin. 5th season is the first book in that series. So I will use this book as the first in the series prompt as well as for the new author for me prompts. Then I want to read The Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhaus. I have heard great things about that book. I think it is something related to fantasy or science fiction. I'm not sure, but I already have the audiobook for that book. So I'm definitely going to read that book. I think it is also part of my 21 books in 2021 challenge, so I definitely need to get to that book as soon as possible. This book also fits the first time author and first in the series prompts for my Vishu New Beginnings challenge. Then I also want to read Slave to Sensation by Nalini Singh. She is also a new author for me. I have heard great things about this series. It is also the first in the Psy Changeling series. I think it is paranormal romance. I don't generally read paranormal romance, so I do want to try it out. That genre itself is a new thing for me, so that again fits that particular prompt of new beginnings or new genre. I will definitely try to read the Slave to Sensation novel this time around. Then I got a middle grade book from Bookchore. So that is called The Legend of Podkin 1 Year by Kieran Larwood. So I have heard great things about this book, and it seems to be a very small book. It's just about 282 pages and the fonts are also quite big, so I am thinking that I will be able to get through this within 1 or 2 days. And it is also the first book in the series, and it will also fit a few of my prompts for Vishu New Beginnings challenge. Then I want to read The Best of All Possible Worlds by Karen Lord. I think I heard Angela from the Literature Science Alliance channel mention this book. She was raving a lot about this book, and that got me intrigued, and I immediately bought that book from Audible. I think it will be an excellent book. I also think it will apply to that prompt of new beginnings, because that alien race, their homeland is destroyed and now they are in search of a new homeland. So they will be trying to find a new place for them to stay, and that definitely is a great theme for new beginnings. So I will definitely be reading that book as well. So apart from the 6 books that I have mentioned till now, I also have a few books that have to be carried over from March to April. I should have read these books in March, but I couldn't get to it for obvious reasons. But I do want to complete a few books, because many of these books are part of the challenge that I have taken upon myself. So from the priority of highest to lowest, I will be trying to read these books within April. If not, then I might have to carry them over to May as well. But let's see. So first is The Poison Song by Jen Williams. As I mentioned, I am doing the Priority Series Quarterly Challenge, where I will be completing 1 trilogy per quarter, and The Poison Song by Jen Williams is the last book in the Winnowing Flame trilogy. So technically I should have completed it in March, but I couldn't. So irrespective of whether I can complete any other book or not, I definitely want to complete this particular book in April. Then The Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson and The Night Dragon by Julie Kagawa. I already have the library book of Hero of Ages. I also have the audiobook of The Night of Dragons. Both of these books are the last books in their respective trilogies, so I just want to read those 2 books so that the trilogies are done. I'm done with the series. Also in March for Buzzwordathon, which is run by Kayla from Books and Lala, the prompt was time, and I wanted to read A Time of Dread by John Gwynne for that prompt, but obviously I couldn't read it. So let's just accept the fact that I couldn't attend the Buzzwordathon in March. That's the best part of these readathons. They are generally quite flexible. It's not a hard and fast rule that you do have to complete all these prompts. So I'm okay. Already I have three challenges of my own. One is the 21 books in 2021. Another is the Priority Series Quarterly Challenge. And the third one, which is only a 2-week long challenge, is the Vishu New Beginnings Challenge. So I do hope to do well in all of these challenges that I have set up for myself, and I hope you guys will also participate in it and enjoy your reading journey. But Let me try to attempt Buzzwordathon in April. The prompt is space or galaxy terms. I have 2 books that might fit this prompt. One is obviously The Best of All Possible Worlds, and I think even Black Sun might fit that prompt. So yeah, if I do finish those 2 books, I can consider myself to have participated in Buzzwordathon this month. So that's my TBR plan for the month of April. Do any of these books interest you? Have you read any of them? Do you believe in the concept of creating TBRs, or are you the kind that just wings it? Whichever is your preference, do let me know in the comment section below. I do love chatting about books. I post content on reading challenges, book reviews, book recommendations, and book tags every single week. If bookish content like mine is your jam, then please do consider liking my videos and subscribing to my channel. And yes, please don't forget to click on that bell icon for notifications. Looking forward to sharing more of my bookish thoughts with you. Let's keep the bookish conversation going. Until then, stay safe and healthy. Om Shanti.